Well, hello there. I just got finished with 10.65 miles of a bike ride, which you're going to see in another video after this. But this is a disclaimer. I am not a doctor. If you're taking prescription medicines, you need to keep taking your prescription medicines. You need to talk to your doctor before you take any of these vitamins and supplements and liquids that I take. You need to work it out with your healthcare professional and see what will be safe for you to take. I do fasting. Fasting, again, is something you have to talk over with your doctor if you're on meds. All I'm showing you is what I do. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm just showing you what I do. You can investigate for yourself. You make your own decisions. You are responsible for your own health. Do not let anybody, including me on the internet, convince you to do anything that is bad for your health. You need to investigate, learn about, educate yourself, talk to your doctor, and then make the proper decision for you. Okay? That's all I want to say. That being said, this is the stuff that I do every morning so that I have the minerals and chemicals and vitamins in my body that's not in our food. You do you, I'll do me. You're responsible for you, okay? So this is only as an educational tool, and you need to investigate everything I say because I could be wrong on a lot of things here. So live your best life, take care of yourself, God bless you, and let's get on with the video, okay? I think this is from the vitamin store. Anyway, what is ashwagandha? Well, it's some kind of plant that is very psychoactive. Very psychoactive. And you have to be careful with it because it'll make you a little bit loony. It really will. And not in a good way. But what does it do for me? Well, what it does for me is anyone who suffers depression stays on that edge. If you're lucky, you're not that depressed that often. But if you stay on that edge, what this will do is this will keep you up over top of the edge of being depressed. And anyone who's depressed knows exactly what I'm talking about. You know, my heart breaks when I hear about people taking their own lives. Because what you're looking at is a person who's been suffering with a chemical imbalance in their brain for so long they don't know how to deal with it. That's all it is. That's all that is. Depression is a chemical imbalance in your brain that creates a function problem. It's not something that's inherently wrong with you as a person. It's not a weakness. It is a chemical imbalance in the brain. And you see these homeless people out here, that's the same thing going with them. Once they stop eating every day, and depending on the foods they're eating too, because we have a lot of poisons in our food supply. And it's terrible. And you wouldn't be amazed where they're at. The fact that places like McDonald's and Burger King and Taco Bell all sell food that's so highly processed that your body doesn't know what it's eating. You know? So anyway, let's get back to this. So ashwagandha helps me with dealing with my depression. What do I take of this? They say to take like, I don't know what is the dosage on this? The dosage on this is, shake well before using, take 1 milliliter. I can't even read it, but anyway, what I take of this is I take about that much every day. And that that is like taking a shot. That's like taking an alcohol shot. All right, so there's what we got there. This is the iodine. This is the selenium. That is, I will be taking that for the rest of my life, no matter what. This is krill pills. This is mushroom pills. I'll be taking that the rest of my life, no matter what. So what else have we got left here? All right, let's start over here. This is kelp. It's another form of iodine. Why so many different forms of iodine? Because I want my body to be getting iodine from many different sources. And if iodine is basic and non-toxic, I'm going to flood myself with it. And that's me. I don't recommend you do that. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Okay? Everything I'm doing here is to show you what I'm doing. I don't recommend you do any of this. I'm showing you this so that you will investigate for yourself and decide what you want to do with your life. This is your decision. Okay? This is not my decision. I'm not here to make hits or money or whatever. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. All right? Here's dandelion root. Now, I used to take this as something like this. And I'm trying to get back to it, but they're always sold out of it. I get this from the vitamin store. Anyway, this is dandelion root. And the thing is that people don't understand is that dandelion, it just looks like a gray pill. Dandelion is the old country remedy. Old country remedy for a lot of ills. And it's just a weed that grows out in the yard. It harkens back to the idea that God gives us almost everything we need to survive. We don't need to be breaking things down at a molecular level and turn them into artificially strong chemicals that destroy our insides. So there's dandelion root. Now this is inositol capsules. And honest to God, it's in here. And I saw this. I saw a thing online about this. And I can't tell you anything about it other than it's a sort of a beef vitamin type of pill. So I may not take this much longer. But anyway, here's the pill. Okay? But it's supposed to help with your body. Now, a long time ago, back when my wife was alive and she had diabetes, and way back before then, actually, it was back when I started fighting this battle against depression using supplements and diet, I ran into a report about chromium, the mineral chromium. And what it stated was that your body uses chromium to process the sugar in your blood. And that very often, for the same reason that iodine is not in our food, chromium is not in our food either. So I started supplementing with chromium. And instantly, I felt more calm. That's just crazy. This is called chelated chromium. And what this stuff does is it helps your body use sugar in the blood. It helps it process it. It kind of protects your body. Also, all this stuff in protecting your body, it protects your brain. Makes your brain work better. So anyway, I don't overdose on anything. I don't take high doses of anything of these. I'll take one pill a day. You're better off skipping a day. Don't try to catch up dose. Don't double dose. Don't overdose. This shit can tear up your kidney, your livers, your insides. It can mess you up permanently. So take the dose they say on the pill, on the bottle. Okay? The iodine was something that I'm still grateful to God for, because this right here, my neck right now, today, feels wonderful. It feels great. You can still see here. Sometimes these two, they call them pawns. These two pawns will swell up and there'll be a big divot in my throat here. But every day I take that, I feel better. Every day I take that. Alright, so here's ashwagandha again. This is the same stuff that's in here in a dry form. And like I said, I'm going to take one of these. That's all I take is one of these. Because I've already taken that. And my view about anything like this that's in liquid form is that it absorbs far better than anything that's in a dry pill like this. We're about to get to the worst dry pill I got in here. Alright. So this is zinc picolinate. I started this because there was some rumors about zinc being missing in the diet. I don't take this much. I know there's zinc in some of these other pills. Here again, I'm just taking one just to augment my diet. Okay. And this is potassium. Supplemental potassium. This is something that's very important for your blood pressure. It's very important for your body. And yet, here again, when they rotate crops as fast as they rotate crops, all these trace minerals, they go away. So, I want to take one of these. That's all I take, is one. And here's the bugaboo for me in the whole mix. This is called a super vitamin B vitamin. And if you looked at the back of this list, there's a huge amount of vitamins supposedly in this, okay? And minerals and all kind of stuff in this. My question is, you know how they make this. They make this in a huge vat, and they mix all those chemicals in that vat. There's no way they can guarantee that each pill has that exact dosage in every pill. That just isn't. It's just not humanly possible. So I take one of these a day, hoping that whatever's the dosage in there will help me. These B vitamins, a very, very long time ago, was sold as not by this company, but by another company called Stress. They were called Stress Tabs, and they were sort of crucial for getting me through some really depressive, dark times in my life. And unfortunately for me, I took too much of them daily. So who knows what I did to my kidney and liver. All right, so here is the last thing on the list. This is milk thistle, dandelion, and yellow dock. This is from a company called Swanson online. And this is a bunch of trace plant substances that do something for me. As I said, these will change, come and go. This, where's it at? That right there will never come and go. I will always take chromium. I will always take iodine. I will always take my selenium. Like I said before, chromium and selenium, you got to be careful about how you take it. Iodine is something that's very interesting. I'm very grateful to God that it is so basic to the body that my tremendous overdose that I took when I first started taking it didn't do any damage to my body. I will always take the mushrooms. I will always take the krill pills. And I got to go get... I got a deal from the vitamin shop down in Virginia Beach because I work in Virginia Beach sometimes. And they had a deal one time, 50% off. And I bought $200 worth of these pills for $100. So I was pretty happy. And that was 8-9 months ago, maybe. So this is it. This is the supplements that I take on a daily basis. I take these even when I'm on a fast. And people say, well, then you're not fasting. Well, I'm not eating solid food. But I drink water, I drink tea, and what I'm hoping with this stuff is that I don't want to have one little hole in my nutritional matrix where something gets through, some kind of disease gets through, my body's like, oh, well, if we had that, we could have fought this. But because you didn't have this in you, we couldn't fight it. So now this got a hold, and it grew up, and now we've got to deal with this. So that's the whole point about this. The iodine is a relatively new thing for me. That's very surprising. Very grateful. Very much, I do recommend you be very careful about the selenium. That can burn you. The mushrooms, just amazing. The krill pills, I've seen the actual proof that this lowers blood pressure in my wife. I saw the proof. And unfortunately, my wife's sister, older sister, didn't like krill pills and said to my wife, I wouldn't take them. And my wife said, I'm not taking them anymore. And her blood pressure went back up. We won't talk about that. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to take these, and then we're going to get on this exercise bike and go 10 miles. I went 10 miles yesterday. I'm going to go 10 miles today. It's 9 o'clock now. It's 8:59 now, according to that clock in there. I'm going to turn this camera off, and I'm going to post this video after I get done with the bike ride. I'm going to do the bike ride. I'm going to post that too. One of the things I will say about this daily bike ride, and it's something that I never expect, it's reversing the aging in my body. Now, am I turning into a 20-year-old again? No. What do you mean? Well, each of us, at certain times of your life, you will reach a point where your body stops growing. And you will plateau. And then your body goes into a maintenance phase where you damage your body daily, it heals itself. You damage your body daily, it heals itself. You damage your body daily, it heals itself. But then when you get to a certain age, you start to realize that every day that healing phase repairs less and less. And you become less and less capable. And I was in that phase. And I knew it. And there wasn't anything that I was doing that was stopping that. And I do the workout. I haven't done the workout in 2 months, I think. I got to get back on that workout. Riding the bike doesn't change that. I got to do that workout. I got weaknesses down here that are going to rip. I'm going to have a hernia. I'm going to be out of work. I do not want a doctor working on me if I can prevent it. Okay? Doctors are in a kind of a bad situation because they've been sold as the magic healing agents for people who don't take care of their bodies. And you can't do that. You can't destroy your body for 30 years and go, hey, doc, fix it. And doc's going to look at you and go, okay, yeah, right, take this. So, anyway, riding that bicycle, exercise bike, I do recommend if you get an exercise bike, get one that has a closed wheel in it. Get one that has a closed wheel. The only thing that spins are the pedals. Because if you have children, small children, or if you have a cat or a dog, they will stick their nose into whatever spinning wheel or chain gear or whatever that's exposed, and they will injure themselves. And you don't want that to happen. Anyway, I started riding that exercise bike, and I started at 3 miles. I think 3 miles was like 10 minutes. And then I went up to 5 miles, which I think was like, I want to say 20 minutes. And then I went to 6 miles, which I want to say is 3 minutes? Went to 7 miles, which was like 27 minutes? Well, yesterday, I've done 8 miles several times, but yesterday I did 10 miles, and it took 36 minutes. But what does that do? What does that do for me? Riding an exercise bike has taught me something I knew as a kid, that your legs are the engines of your heart, and your legs are the engines of your body. It sounds so stupidly simple. it explains why our relatives our grandparents who had gardens, and they gardened all day. They did work around the house all day, and they kept moving. They kept walking. They weren't walking with walkers. They weren't bent over. They weren't, sure they had body pains, but they worked through them. And they were not taking 30 medicines a day. And what the exercise bike does for me is it opens up all my blood vessels. It gets oxygen into my brain in places I haven't had oxygen in my brain in that amount in a very long time. And it's almost terrifying to think that this was necessary to get oxygen in those places, because that means that this is something I can't miss. Now, I've only missed one exercise bike riding day in, I think, in 4 weeks now. But after I ride the exercise bike, now, I ride the exercise bike, I have this TV in here. There's a program on YouTube called Lori Lock 777. She shows train rides through Switzerland, just some of the most beautiful country in the world. I put the speed on 1.5, so it's faster than normal. Then it charges my brain when I'm pedaling. And after about 20 minutes, I start sweating. And I will sweat profusely from about 23 minutes to whenever I end. But I also, at about 23 minutes, the top of my head starts itching. And if you'll notice here, my hair color is turning black up here. And that's a new development. That's not me putting anything on my hair. That's a new development. My hair was going away. And what it's doing is, your body has really teeny tiny blood vessels. And as you eat foods that are not good for you, they will close up with plaques. And if you're not pumping blood through those blood vessels, you got to get blood in there to clean out whatever the hell's in there. And that's part of what's going on. So I'm really happy with this exercise bike. I'm really happy with what we got going on here. I did go to, yesterday, I did my laundry, I did my dishes, I got the cat fed and happy. Excuse me, I'm going to yawn. Yesterday I went to my Cox Cable store because we had a billing issue that came out of nowhere, and wonderful people at the Cox store. Not so wonderful people up at Cox Management overtopping it. And I'm not talking about at the store, I'm talking about the people they work for. It's a very bizarre system with all of these media, these internet service companies and phone companies, that the people that are talking to you have very little power over what the people up top do. And some strange stuff happened. I got some good information from them. So I appreciate what they do. And they're wonderful people. But anyway, this is what I take every day. I'm going to get in here and do this 10-mile bike ride. But first I'm going to take all these here. I'm probably going to drink a whole bottle of water when I take them. That's one thing I always say is... that right there is probably the most important part of my health right now, is drinking a bunch of water every day. I also make my own green tea. This is green tea from an Afghan market right in Fredericksburg. This is black tea right here. And what I do is I got my cheap ass coffee maker right here from Walmart, and it works like a champ. It works like a champ. It was like $17. But what I do is I'll take 1 scoop, put it in here of the black tea. I'll put 2 scoops of the green tea in here, and this cracks me up every time I look at this. This cracks me the hell up every time I look at this. Cause that right there look just like pot. That looks like pot, like you can put it in something and smoke it. But anyway, I put 1 of the black tea in here, and then put 2 of the green tea in here, and then I put a whole 12 ounces of water in here, and I make my base, and I wind up with this tea right here. And what I do is I'll take the 12 cups of water, put it in here, and I'll fill it the rest of the way up with water. And that gives me my my green tea. So what I normally drink on a daily basis is I will drink my Deer Park water endlessly, and I will pee like a racehorse. And I drink this black tea, green tea blend. It's actually green tea, black tea blend because it's 2 green tea to 1 black tea. And the beauty of it is black tea is really strong tasting. And green tea, I never like the taste of. But just that much black tea overpowers the taste of the green tea, but you still get the benefits of the green tea, and green tea does make a difference. It makes a difference every day in my health. I found this out when I was on a fast just recently, and I wasn't drinking as much of this. I'm going, why am I slowing down? Why am I feeling bogged down? And it was the green tea, and it's not just the caffeine. There's something in this tea that helps your body. I don't know, it's just strange how it really helps. So Deer Park water, green tea blend. I don't drink any sodas if I can help it. Okay, I might drink one soda a week. Okay, never ever will I ever put any aspartame, which is an artificial sweetener, or sucralose, which is another artificial sweetener, in my body. I will not let that in my body. The only place where I will let sucralose into my body, and that I would have to be really suffering, is, where is it? Well, I don't have any up here. Pepto-Bismol has sucralose in it. Sucralose is highly destructive to your guts. You have to be careful. It's very addictive too. When they use that in energy drinks and they use it in sodas, it's very addictive. Aspartame is exactly the same way. It's very addictive too. Aspartame is also destructive to the guts. So aspartame and sucralose will never go in my body unless I have no other choice. Sometimes if you need Pepto-Bismol, sometimes if your guts are really messed up, you're going to have to ingest a little bit of sucralose. But the irony there is the destructive effect of sucralose on the guts actually might help you get better. I don't know. But anyway. So there we are. That's it. We're done. Thank you for watching the video. It just went way longer than I wanted it to go. Because here I am again. I'm going to start this. It's 9:12 now. I'm going to start this 10-mile ride, which is going to be at least 36 minutes. Probably at 9:30. So that means at 10:06 it'll be over. But anyway, I look forward to every day. I'm grateful to God for every day. And this is all preparation so that
my mental outlook stays stable, my ability to make a living stays stable, my ability to not make stupid decisions stays stable. If you're drinking beer every night to bury a bad feeling inside your heart and soul, that bad feeling inside your heart and soul never goes away. You know, I mean, and the flip side of that is the next day, man, your brain is like going, what in the blank did you just do to us? And then you're feeling just that much worse. So I don't want to feel bad. I'm not about feeling bad. You know, life is not about feeling bad. Life is about feeling able to meet the challenge of every day and, you know, spread a little joy on this planet, you know. And part of that is just turning off a lot of programs that are trying to tear us apart. Now, I'm talking about on both sides of this crazy spectrum that we have going on right now. They're trying to tear us apart because they use us when they tear us apart. I don't need to be torn apart. I don't hate nobody. You know? It's America. And it's a pretty cool country. I love my country. And I expect everyone else in every other country who lives here to love their country too. So you got to respect that. Anyway, God's with you. God's with me right now. And we want to thank Him for His presence in our life. It's a beautiful day outside. I aim to get out in it. I'm very blessed to live in a peaceful place in the world and to be in peace in my spirit right now. And that's, like I said, that's part of what this is about. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. If you need God's help, all you have to do is put your hand on your shoulder and go, Lord, I need your help. I'm going through some stuff. And He'll help you. He'll help you. He'll be with you. Might not come the way you think, but He'll help you. Okay? Y'all have a wonderful Sunday. God bless you. I got an exercise bike to ride here 10 miles. I'm going to videotape that too. And we'll see you on the next video. God bless you, folks. Peace. I got to take these vitamins first, though. You don't want to see that. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.